All right, my name is HK, and today I'm going to be sharing with you systems application that I built with the help of artificial intelligence. A couple of months ago, I embarked on a journey to understand and to learn how to do a lot of things with artificial intelligence. And one of the niches that I picked is building application that helps in project management. So this particular software is helping users or project control analysts to analyze their projects. And in a short while, you're going to see how the software is going to help me to analyze my project control um, data or file. So the first thing that you need to do is to export your project file into Microsoft Excel or CSV file. Usually, if you have Microsoft Project or Primavera P6 or Cobra Accurate, you can actually do the same thing that I'm about to do. The software works with Excel spreadsheet, but I'm gonna try to integrate CSV files so it can read and interpret CSV files. So that being the case, you will watch me and see what I'm doing. So this software is not yet published. I'm using it for my personal demonstration to understand, holistically how artificial intelligence can help project control analysts to, analyze their projects. And after testing it for about a month, then I will think of rolling it out. If you want to test the software, I'm going to share a link where you can complete a form with your email. I can send you a file copy of the software. You don't need to download it because it's going to be like a web app. You can use it, try it out, see how it works for your project. But so far, so good. It works pretty nice for my projects. It gives lots of analytical data points. Um, you might be asking what are the benefits now. Usually, every bi-weekly or monthly, you have tons of reports to prepare, like cost reports, schedule reports, project performance reports. But with this software, right, you just upload extract the raw data, and the software will analyze everything and give you the health of your project. Then with that, you can you can tweak it a little bit. You can do further analysis, again, because it's artificial intelligence, it doesn't have to give you exactly what you need, but it can give you a very good head start. I'm still training this software with all the reports I've produced over time, and you can also train it with your own specific project reports. And as you do that, it will even give you better results. So, how do you train the software? So two ways to train the software. The first one is to upload maybe several reports that you have done in the past, and the system is going to look at it, learn it, and start producing exactly the same report but with different data points for you. Second way to train it is to give it a format that you want it to. Right now, I have my own specific format, which kind of technically works for me and works for many other businesses because I've worked in several, organizations for the past 15 years. I've been working in different roles in project management office. So I can tell you that the format that I have put in it is a system-based format that can work for you, anywhere, anytime. However, if you want to tailor it to your organizational report format, yes, you can train it. So let's get started.
Excel file. I select this file, and this is going to give you instantly, data analysis. So here you can see all the data that it has instantly produced from the Excel spreadsheet that I uploaded. So it's a very cool app. This can reduce the amount of work you will do doing analysis of your project, because with my experience over the past 15 years in project control, in project management office, I've identified the key fundamentals for project performance evaluation. So with that knowledge, I used it to develop this web application. So it is fully packed, but there are so many other things that I want to add to it. But this is just the first version of the web application. So let's go ahead. Let me show you what data points this web application is able to produce. So first, you see the total number of activities, the cost performance, schedule performance, and man-hour efficiency. Here it breaks down all the activities to completed, in progress, and not started. Next, it shows you a pie chart of activity status distribution. Here you have 57% overdue activities, 43% delayed activities. This must be a very horrible project, trust me. Here you have cost performance by phase. So all the activities are broken down into phases: engineering, procurement, construction, and commissioning. Here you have the filtering and the grouping feature, where you can group and sort by phase, cost account, status, and grouping by. You can also clear the filters. Here you have activity details. Before we come back to filters and grouping to show you extra features on this section, I want to take you to something very, very important, very, very key. Here you have schedule and cost risks. So the web application identifies the schedule and cost risks associated to your project. It gives you the verbiage where you have those risks. In this case, it tells you cost overrun identified. So the application can identify cost overrun. It tells you this is critical and it's high probability it's going to occur. Here is like 12 out of 12, meaning that 100% is definitely going to occur. So you have to pay attention. Very, very critical. Okay, so you don't need to like go in to start doing investigation. Once you upload the Excel spreadsheet, you get this result instantly. And you saw how many seconds it took to produce this. It was split second. So very, very cool. Here it describes the risk and the impact. It tells you 2 activities are over budget with total overrun of $3,882. Impact average cost overrun of 33.7% may impact overall project profitability and require additional funding. This is cool, very cool. Okay, now it gives you recommendations. So it doesn't just highlight what the problem is. It tells you what you can do. All right. Here it says conduct detailed cost analysis to identify root causes of overall. Here it has already told you the activities. So all you need to do is to go to those 2 activities, ask whoever is responsible for those activities what's going on. Okay. That's the first thing it wants to do. Okay. Implement stricter cost control and approval process. Now you have a procedure, you have your risk mitigation plan. What you're going to do will determine how you solve this problem with the recommendation. Again, the web application gives you the knowledge of your risk, what you can do. It is left for you to make decision on what you want to do. But it has taken the pain of you drilling down into data and even making inaccurate data fetching. The software is already taking care of all those hard labor, crunching the data, giving you accurate results so that you just go in and make your analysis and produce, make your decision. Okay. The third one says review vendor contract and negotiate better rates where possible. Consider value engineering to reduce costs without compromising quality. Update cost estimate for remaining work based on actual performance. The reason it's giving us all these recommendations are simply because the data I uploaded is a junk data. But with your own data, perhaps this is not going to be critical if you have been doing the due diligence using the web application to troubleshoot, to resolve some of the risks associated to your project. Okay. So number 2, schedule delay detected. So here it also detected schedule delay. Of course, we saw how many activities were delayed. But here it shows it's medium and it's high probability, and the risk score level is 6 out of 12. So description and impact, 56 activities are behind schedule with an average delay of 0 days. Again, the data I imported is a junk data. Don't mind. Again, this is all for demonstration, just to give you the perspective of what the application can do. This will reduce the amount of hours your team spend trying to research where what's going on is coming from. You don't need to do all that. This is 2025. Just get the app and it does the whole work for you. All right. So it gives you the affected phases: engineering, procurement, and construction. It tells you the affected cost accountant. It gives you recommendation. And finally, risk management guideline. Critical, high risk require immediate attention and executive escalation. Medium, low risk, monitor closely and implement preventive measures. Okay, so with this said, let's go back to filtering and grouping. So I want to start with grouping. I want to group by phase. When you group by phase, smart things start happening. Here is engineering phase. It gives you the progress percentage. It gives you the planned total cost. It gives you the actual cost. It gives you the variance. It gives you the CPI, and it gives you the total hours. Don't mind all these figures. Again, it's from the junk Excel spreadsheet that I uploaded. If you upload your own data dump, it will give you even more accurate results. All right, so thank you very much for your time. And I hope that we can continue to test this web application until we get to a point that we can deploy this for everybody to use it. All right. So support me in this journey, and let's make project control analysis very smooth, very easy, straightforward. Let's take the burden away because project control is not easy. It takes a lot of hours. It takes a lot of brain work. It takes a lot of data crunching and all that. It's sickening sometimes. That's why I created this web application, and it's been helping me in my personal work. Trust me, it works for me, and I'm sure it's going to work for you. For your organization, this can also work for your organization, okay? And if you need additional data points, just put those data points you want to track, further in the comment section, and I will implement it in the next version. Thank you very much and have a wonderful evening. God bless you.